This is Alaska. Its sheer size is staggering. It's home to the largest mountain in America, Denali. From glaciers to wildlife, Alaska is an enchanting place. A place where dreams can still be realized for those who dare to venture into its challenging landscape, where a vanishing lifestyle still exists for a few. This is a story of a few modern-day pioneers who took the leap of faith to pursue their dreams of living off the grid in the remote bush of Alaska. The eyes of the world are all focused on downtown Anchorage, Alaska. For there is no sporting event in the world quite like the last great race. For this is where the ceremonial start of the famed Iditarod sled dog race begins. For anyone who has ever believed in the call of the wild, this is it. Iditarod veteran Ramey Smith has finished the last great race an unprecedented 16 times and is once again facing the 1,100-mile journey to Nome.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! One of the big competitors from Willow. This is Ramey Smith on his way to Nome. Ramey has been called the best closer in Iditarod's history. He is a log builder. He's married to Becca. They're the father of Ava, who is 2.5.
Ramey owns a custom log home business, which is operated during the summer months. His principal helping hand and fellow musher is a hard-working young man by the name of Jeff Hemann.
Yeah, Jeff, I met him quite a few years ago, and has really come into his own, and just been one of my best friends.
Jeff had been working as a guide for veteran Iditarod musher Linwood Fiedler, doing sled dog tours on the Godwin Glacier outside of Seward.
I met Jeff Hemann through Laura, which is Ramey's little sister, when they were working together on the glacier outside of Seward.
I met Jeff up on the glacier working for Linwood Fiedler, and he recognized the effectiveness of the training methods that I was using, and he's like, you know, where does this come from? What does it do? All full of questions, and I'm like, this is from my brother Ramey. This is the way that we train dogs, and Jeff's like, well, I want to be a part of that. Bring it on. So that was pretty much it.
I'll truck my dogs out here. I actually it would be a blast to come. I couldn't go as far as you guys, you know, at this point, but it'd be fun just to follow you. And
oh, it's
go
such
up
a great trail.
That would be a blast.
And now it's snowing.
Yeah.
Now, yay.
Summer after we got off the glacier, Jeff jumped in head first and started helping Ramey out, and next thing you know, he's the go-to guy. He's got it together, and I don't know really honestly what Ramey would do without him if he didn't have him. He's just highly effective at everything he does.
Yeah, like this fat here, this is the stuff that's, you know, moose don't really have a whole lot of fat on them, but the fat that they have it's surrounding like their heart and their organs, and that's what keeps them insulated and warm in the wintertime. You know, all that I ever knew about dog mushing when I was getting into it was the Iditarod. You know, following the Iditarod, Linwood Fiedler, Ramey Smith, and kind of, you know, getting familiar with those names. But, you know, just to see the life, you know, to videotape the life and what it kind of takes is hard. You know, every day is an adventure, you know. You got people that live like in the city or something, and, you know, this might be like their whole big expedition for the month, but we do an expedition every day, you know, getting water, cooking food, daily upkeep, family life, work life, dogs, and owning your own business. takes a lot of work and a lot of balance, and dogs are happy.
Both Jeff and Ramey start training their sled dogs well before the snow falls, usually in the month of August.
These guys are brothers here.
The typical sled dog team consists of 20 or fewer dogs and are all hooked together on a central line called a gang line. The gang line is fastened to whatever is being pulled, and in this case, it's an old ATV. Early season training usually involves ATVs instead of dog sleds, primarily because of the lack of snow. It is the most common method of training used in Alaska today. ATVs offer a greater control of the dogs, as well as the correct amount of weight to be pulled. Ramey and Jeff often get together and talk about their dogs.
She finished with Becca's main leader in the quest. And Becca's other main leader is Bishop. That's her other pup. That's Charlie's brother.
Right, he's doing it.
She just ran 70 miles last night, so she's a little tired.
Wow.
Ready to go back to bed. This is the dog that saved that paid the mortgage and saved the house, and she's the dog. She wanted to help me come in second in the Cusco, and then I was third in Iditarod, and all the mushers voted, and made her the Golden Harness winner for the year in Iditarod. I was lucky to have her. And she's finished Iditarod 10 times, and that's the dog with the best attitude that I've ever known. So, she's a good one.
This one likes my shoes. They are gathering on my shoes.
It's a boy, it's a good one.
As old dogs retire from the team, they're replaced with a new batch of puppies, usually from the previous champions.
So we caught him. Ken and I were going back and forth with each other, having issues. I had to switch out leaders. I had a harness bust on me and my leader.
I put a tired dog in the sled about 24 miles from here.
I'm not going to make a comment about Ray Reddington because he'll use it against me in the Iditarod.
When I put him in the sled, we went a lot faster now.
Right.
Yeah, that's Marlon.
Okay.
Yeah, when he said he had four dogs he needed to put in wheel, I said I'd leave 2 of them home because you're going to end up carrying a bunch of them.
Are y'all ready for the race, Jeff?
More or less. It's a long time, and we're ready to get rolling and get this over with. The race is the easy part. Training all year, I think, is the hard part.
It is a dog race, and anything can happen.
Yeah.
Last year I had a good lead here, and ended up finishing 5th going in after day 2. Ended up finishing 5th, so it can happen. But I got to get going to my chores here before we start.
You guys, if you come over here, let me show you these guys here. This is Jada. She's a sprinty little racy dog. She's actually going to do really well for me. Boo. Her mom has finished Iditarod 10 times straight, never been dropped. She's got great bloodline. Let's see, we got Wolfie and Denali. They're both right here. These guys are both litter mates, and that's their sister there, Ticona. She's laying down there. And then this is the father here, Maybe Boy. I'm going behind Jamie. She's number 21, I'm number 22, so.
Ready? Okay. You got about 20 minutes, I guess.
Okay. Yep, right. 2-minute intervals. I got my name right in the middle there. See my little, I'll be worth money someday there. Right?
Yeah.
Screamin Hemann, yeah, we'll see what happens. We're gonna go have a good time and just go do what we do, and then at the end there, if they got a little more, then hey, you know, we can always open them up a little bit. And
Right on.
I want a prize.
Where do you expect to open them up?
Probably the last 100 miles of the race.
Okay.
Probably on the inbound trail, yep. Hey, this is the father to the girl.
What's this you're hooking up right here? What's happening?
Well, this is my neckline. Hooks to their collar, gives them this much play. And it's got a reflective in there so I can see it at night,
Okay.
which is really nice. And then their tug line is, this is what they're pulling from here.
Okay.
So,
So which one next on the list here?
Heather's getting Montana.
Okay.
She's the mom, dad, and they're all related.
Okay.
We got a whole neat genealogy here. Montana with maybe. I'm gonna hold off on Gadget and Jada because they're. So I'll get Blackjack.
There you go. Oh. Oh. I'd like to unthaw my eyes before they freeze shut.
Yeah.
That's the perils of having long eyelashes, I guess. I don't have that problem.
She has frostbite and eyelashes,
No,
you think?
she can get frostbite if you keep ice on it long enough.
I thought it was great.
It was
The
better than
moose
last
holes
year,
are filled
wasn't
in really good. Awesome.
it? I thought it was way better than last year. Getting close. Trying to figure out Panther. I think maybe Puppet's the fastest.
You could take Panther.
No, you can't switch dogs between teams. I can
You
only
can't?
pull from the. No, I can only pull from
Oh.
the two. But I got Puppet.
At our house, it was about 15 or 20 below, but it's like 35, 40 below in town.
Tough, not a hard trail, a tough trail.
A tough trail.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. It was deep snow. Actually, we had the snowshoe in front of the team for 30 or 40 miles at one section, so it was a slow go.
He's the man of the speed. Hard to keep up with.
We did the best we could on the trails.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing. This guy's not only beating our butts, he's also putting in the trail, and
it's early in the season, too.
we call him a Renaissance Reddington man. Yeah, it's awesome, man.
There's 60 Iditarod finishes just with 3 guys, and they're consistent top 20, top 10 guys, always.
This Alaskan Excursion race, I think it's going to be a really good race. I hope they keep doing it again. The trail's great. The distance is just perfect for this time of the year for training.
And you're from Skagway?
You got it.
Skagway, wow.
Ryan and Aaron Reddington, yeah, they have great dogs.
Reddingtons, I have to hand it to them. They are very hardcore people. They are keeping the sport alive by putting on a new race. Ryan told me, he says, "Oh, I'm going to start a new race," and I said, "I'll be there. I don't care how far it is, what kind of money's there, if there's a bag of dog food at the finish line, or a paycheck, or nothing. I'll be there just to be part of it."
About, I believe 15 below when we started here. Going into Ramey Smith's thermometer he carries with him in his dog sled.
Trail is great. It's really fast on the before the loop, and then the loop at the end was a little soft. It slowed him down a little bit, but you screamed when you got on that pack stuff.
Right.
Well, it's dog racing for you.
You bet, you bet. I
Can't
know.
bet what I'm on.
Hate looking behind me. I'm like, oh, every time I look back, there's someone there. Today it was like 2 or 3. good experience. You know, every passing that we did, everything went really great. With Steve next here, he was ahead of. I passed him off the beginning. We did a lot of this, and you know, it was really good practice actually for all of us.
We got good leaders.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
These are the very people that truly call this place home. To be living out their dreams as few of us could, knowing that this is their top of the mountain. To be able to say, we came, we saw, we conquered this land. Watch as their lives open up and dreams become reality.
And it's so hard when you got so many people to like try to even twist your net because you're just. Oh, Jeff has one. Oh, Jeff has. Yeah.
It's the littlest one yet.
Littlest one yet? Still all good food though, right?
It's so little I didn't know if I had one or not.
Dogs are fed whatever is readily available. In Alaska, it's salmon. Salmon provides an excellent source of protein and a treat for both man and dog. Large quantities are caught during the short summers, frozen, and then eaten during the long winters.
They're bringing the fish over so that the girls can start cleaning.
Home is at camp or at home?
At the camp. Good.
You got it next tonight?
No. We can share.
Okay, yeah, we want to share.
Go watch the
Hey, Chris, where's the
Egg buckets right there.
the egg bucket?
Oh, you gotta have really clean hands to take out the eggs.
Later in the season, we use those eggs for catching silvers.
I think no, we dig it out from the top. We'll do it.
I'll see.
Yeah. She always likes playing with the hearts.
She likes.
She always likes playing with the hearts. Right when we get them, when they're still beating.
But if you start chasing the fish around, you know, then you'll never catch anything.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, they catch them over here, so you run over here.
Yeah.
And they start catching over here, so you run over here.
Yeah.
You know, you keep running around
Can't live in
everywhere,
the
and
past.
you just got to sit in one spot, get your
What else
spot,
you got, Chris?
and
Where's the trailers?
then, you know, wait your turn.
If you're done, Dick.
I think we're done.
You like the blood and guts too?
I do.
Guts. She's gonna be a nurse, that's why.
Yep.
Nurses like guts.
You ready for a fish, Elsie? You got to start them out young like that. And then that way when they get old like these guys, they know what they're doing. The fishing that we're doing here is open to residents only, Alaskan residents. They're the only ones who can fish using the nets doing this, which is makes it real nice for people like us that live a subsistence lifestyle off of just the meat, you know, that we catch either by fishing or hunting.
pretty congested out there. Dog food. Boil them down about 3 heads at a time with rice, and in the wintertime for a morning broth. Breakfast for the dogs, basically. And they're 25 cents a pound to buy them at the feed store, so come here and get them for free.
Make a statement.
Okay.
But look at the camera.
Okay. Yeah. Done. Yeah, we're all done for today. Fish are gone. We caught every fish that is possibly able to be caught. Gone. Tomorrow morning, we're back at it.
At what time?
We're gonna be back out there 3 a.m. Wake up call. 2 o'clock.
I'm gonna go clamming. You're gonna show me how to clean them out and everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a really
I've never
good
done
time.
that before.
That's a sockeye?
Yep, sockeye or red salmon.
I was trying to ask you.
Dea says this one's hers.
Come on. Is that yours? And what about Jeff?
Fish heads for the dogs. The rest is for us. Yeah, these fish heads, basically what we do is we freeze them all in individual packages and boil them in the wintertime for the dogs. These guys get some of these fish heads which would go to waste. Not waste, but seagulls and animals would still get them. But we're using every part of the animal, so we use the fish and everything else that comes along with them for the dogs, and everything else that gets gutted is for us, and that's what we eat for our family.
Putting our fish in the coolers, make a layer of ice. You make a layer of ice, and then a layer of fish, and a layer of ice, and a layer of fish. And as long as you drain the water off it, the fish will last for about a week. Gives us time to get it home and get them processed.
We're gonna go clamming tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Are you cutting this up for tonight, or are you doing this for what?
Right now, I'm gonna go cook it up.
You're gonna go cook it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go fry it right now.
Look at the fillets we're gonna have for dinner tonight.
He already
Sweet.
Oh, he did?
That's Linda.
Yeah, he knows who I am.
That's
and this
Linda.
is skillet, and this is the packet. It's
Okay.
for salmon.
How long do you
Spices.
normally cook it for?
About maybe 10 minutes.
10
15,
minutes?
10 minutes. It'll be better if you do it
It's
10
gonna be
minutes.
real good. And what is it you're eating there?
Red salmon fillets.
No.
Fresh.
In there.
Moose stew.
Moose stew.
Moose stew.
That looks just like salmon fillets. It's really awesome. I love it.
You got to run the imagination.
You what?
You got to run the imagination for Dea's cooking.
Hey, yeah. I've eaten it for a lot of years. No one knows it, and I'm still alive. Ouch! This is me and Granite, and you don't usually get a chance to see us because I'm behind the camera. But this is my family. Right? Look. Hi.
Cool.
Do you hear what he said? Cool.
Yeah, instead of just the outside crust. Because I can't really control.
Fresh sockeye.
I can't
Yum.
control the flame on this.
Are you the chief cook then?
No.
Who's the chief cook?
Chris.
Anybody
Everybody that
everybody?
has a specialty can cook their own
Yeah.
whatever. Oh, a little bit more. I'm trying to steam it so it'll, hold the heat.
You're what?
I'm steaming it so it'll hold the heat, so it'll
Good.
cook inside instead of just on the outside.
Our new waders have a little hole.
No, it's cool. That's your brand new waders, and they got a hole in it already?
Brand new pair of waders, right out of the box.
$250.
Right out of the box.
What's wrong with the dog?
Oh, she got into something. She's all swollen here. See that hand? It's like all cupping.
Fishbone?
No, probably a little thistle. Little piece of grass that weaves it like a stickleback fish, you know how they, or like a porcupine quill. And she ate it, and it's just getting festered up. See, like, there's, maybe right over here. But yeah, it's just teeny tiny wherever it was.
Hey, you got one.
Is it a king?
No, that's the red. You can keep him. Need help with him?
Yeah.
All right.
It's my first time, so.
Oh, right on. First thing you do, punch him right in the head. Punch him right on top of the head. Hit him again. There you go. That takes the fight out of him. And then you can untangle him. All right. Now.
Okay.
Stick your finger right up in there. You got him? All right. Hang on. You got him? Hang on to him hard, okay? We just eat fish and moose, and this is where we get our fish for the year. This and fishing pools.
The grandpas are.
The two grandpas are brothers.
The two grandpas
Okay.
are brothers.
The
Yeah.
two grandpas. My grandpa and her grandpa are brothers.
Okay.
Big family.
We have a huge family.
It's called the tribe.
From White Mountain and from Nome.
Mm-hmm. It's called the Erafluing tribe. It's the Fish River tribe, and that's where we originally.
And where's
from.
that at?
It's
By Nome?
by the mouth. It's the mouth of the Neqliq.
This is ice that we made at the house. Freeze our jugs, milk jugs full of ice, and bring our own ice down. Donovan said they were catching doubles.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
4th of July is your tradition for putting nets together for dip net season.
Yep, everybody that's going fishing usually comes over. We sit around and talk about it.
Because I mean, if
figure out
you,
what food everybody's going to bring and what they're going to do, and
right?
mend our nets, get everything all ready.
Because you get one hole like this, right here,
And you're missing a fish.
and you're missing fish
Now put your hand through there.
every time. I mean, just this big of a hole, and you're up the creek without a paddle, as the old phrase would say.
Right.
Right. Well, that's not good. We might have another one over here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that the same
It's
one?
Still part of the same one. 2 years at commercial fishing set netting.
Whoa.
Is where I learned to do this.
Hey, Jeff.
Getting ready, Paul.
I know, but I'm sure
We're getting ready to catch some fish.
We limit it to 25 and 10 for each child in the family. Is that pretty much how it goes?
Yeah, 25 per head of household and 10 for every additional family member. We don't buy meat from the store. We eat moose and fish. This is how we get our fish.
Jeff and Heather are doing a juggling act right now because they're in the process of moving. They had been living in a handler's cabin on Linwood Fiedler's property for the last few seasons, so they've got their own place now, and it's off the grid, so it's going to be a lot of work.
We've been living here with my family, Heather and Granite and Dakota and us and the dogs for the last couple of years. Prior to that, I worked for Linwood. And I worked for him up on the glacier doing dog sled tours as a guide, and worked my way up into management up there. I did that for a few years.
Jeff works with Ramey Smith, who is not only a dog musher, he is a master log home builder.
So yeah, Jeff and we're good friends, you know. I know a lot of what he's got to deal with, ups and downs, and he's trying to move to a new place. His time's up for rental, and he's finally being able to set down roots, and so it's a lot of work because he's got to build somewhere to live there. They don't have any power or well yet, nowhere to put the dogs. Then he's trying to work full-time with me, building log houses, and so right now Jeff's got a lot on his plate.
It's August. We got to be moved in here in 2 weeks. We got to start training in 2 weeks.
We need to start training right now.
We need to start training right now because we got some dogs. We got some good dogs.
They're antsy to go. We're ready to go.
But they're mature, you know, and mature dogs, they don't need all this early season training because they've got it figured out. So we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
We need as much training as we can get.
I'm staying optimistic.
So there's a heightened sense of urgency here because we're trying to get moved out of this handler's cabin that we've been nice enough to stay in for the circumstances that we've been in, but it is very cramped in space for the 4 of us.
So we're here at Linwood's about ready to move out of here. Basically, summer's coming, it's winding down, and the glacier employees that work for Linwood in the summer, they're coming down, they're going to come off. This is kind of the main base in the winter here at Linwood's. And so his handlers, dog handlers, mushers, they're going to be here living. So basically someone's moving in here in a couple weeks right behind us. And we've been here for a couple years, our whole family. I mean, it's a lot more than just a single guy when you have 2 boys and, you know, man and wife and 25 dogs to boot. So
they're moving into a metal workshop, basically, which they are going to make as their home until they can build a permanent dwelling.
We're stuck right now because it's been raining, and the ground is like soup, and we gotta get gravel, and we gotta get the dog posts in, 30 of them, and we gotta get the chains and the snaps and the dog houses, and so much, I mean, just as much as it is important for us to get our place all set up so that we can live, it's also important for us to get all our dogs taken care of and them a place to live. So all of that has to come together in the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So we'll just see how everything plays out.
After working with Ramey all day doing the same stuff, and then I could come home and work at my own place and do the same stuff. But it's all good. I feel good, I feel strong, and I'm ready. I'm not afraid. I'm ready to conquer any challenge.
I know he's trying to get ready for a race here pretty soon. The Alaskan Excursions, it's a pretty fast sprint race. You know, it's challenging, bumpy trail, got some top end teams in it. And I ran it last year, and he's going to be using some of the same or similar bloodline dogs to what I have in that Iditarod.
So this is the kennel here. These are our dogs. This is the same bloodline from Ramey Smith that got second and beat the all-time record in Iditarod this year.
That's a brother to his main leader. This is Bishop, and yeah, he's going to be running Bishop's brother Charlie, and basically this whole group, my Iditarod dogs, and they are all very closely related to Jeff's dogs. And
so these guys here are ready to go. They're my heart and soul right here. And this year with the Alaska Excursions race, a premier race up here in Alaska, that it's a race that's drawn some big names and some big money. And you know, with the expense of having our kennel, you know, of our family members here, it's expensive. And so there's got to be a purpose. And if you're gonna race, it's got to be, you got to make a couple bucks and not hurt dogs in the process. So it's a fine line. But these dogs are very resilient. Their bloodlines with the Smiths has been proven year after year, and so we got a lot to prove this year. In between moving and all the projects and working full time, really what we want to do is we want to be running dogs, Heather and myself. So just got to get through all this hard work and all these projects, and we're going to start training these guys here, and they're going to do good.
As winter closes in, work only increases for Jeff and his wife Heather. With one cabin almost finished, they still have 2 remaining cabins to be built.
And we have to get the back floor done, and the plywood for the back floor for our bedrooms is underneath the tent. So we got to get the tent down today and take the plywood over. And I got to do the floor tomorrow so we can set up the bunk beds.
We're losing time, we're losing daylight. Every day is a ticking time bomb, because we wanted to put our house here this year. We wanted to have it, the spot cleared out, but that's not happening, because within 2 weeks here, we could have snow in a couple weeks here, and things are happening fast. It's ridiculous. I mean, we're gonna have to just start working all night long here. It's all happening every day, one step at a time. Urgency. That should be the name of a movie. Sense of urgency. Urgent.
Yeah.
Double urgent.
Rome wasn't built in a day, is that what you
Rome
mean?
wasn't built in a day, but me and Heather, we could build in probably 2 days. Yeah, we make a good team.
So we haven't done this all that fast.
Yeah.
This is taking forever.
Yeah. Forever.
Yeah.
That's what the back of our rings say, evidently. So.
And ever,
And
ever.
and whatever.
As long as you got an outhouse.
As long as the boy keeps sleeping.
Yeah, we couldn't afford the cabinets either, so just built, stuff from around here with the wood to get this in. So we're pretty excited to have a sink. We've done it before with just, tubs on top of the counter. So this is actually an upgrade for us to have the sink in the counter and ready to go. We got a wood stove and we got lots of wood going under the woodshed, so we should be all right. But our main focus is going to be the dogs. That's one thing we can't wait to get this done so we can start training dogs, and start working on our log sauna will be number one priority to try to get done before winter as well.
get it all kind of prepped tonight, and then we'll just haul it over in there in the morning before.
Okay, sounds good.
Alrighty. No! Yes. Okay. So 3 totes?
Well, we might as well just leave them in there if they can't go anywhere.
Okay.
They feel they have a lot to be thankful for. For them, there is just as much joy in the journey as there is at the finish line.
Oh. The bog's on its butt.
Challenged at every turn, like all wives and mothers here, devotes exhausting hours to the care of the dogs, food, and looking after her children.
Hold it. Okay. Go. Good job, Jeff. Good job, Jeff. Yeah, this is kind of our line. Go. Like a spider monkey. God. They understand.
Big hole. Way down there.
Yeah, boy. Good job.
Go. Hey.
One of the reasons Jeff lives the bush life is that not everything is owned by someone else. You have wide open places, you have the wood for your fires, you have the meat, and you don't have to go out and buy everything you need to survive. When Jeff's not working with Ramey, he is busy working on his own cabin with his wife Heather. Every log Jeff and Heather finish puts them one step closer to their goal. Today, Ramey and Jeff are busy hauling, peeling, and preparing logs for an upcoming log home project. Building in remote locations, as they do, can be quite challenging. But when all is said and done, also quite satisfying.
Down, with the weather, but I know that we can do it.
There are few unsettled places left in the world. The great Alaskan wilderness is one of them.